Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Andersen, and I am a fearless leader. I was part of Kathy's cohort one of the Fearless Leader program, and it is an absolute thrill to be here with you today and to be able to share some of my experiences. For me, the program helped me through a time of great transition, and I'll get to all the different facets of what that means. First, I was negotiating a new opportunity. And as an engineer in an aerospace company for 17 years, I realized that I was mentoring people through over the years and giving them advice that maybe I wasn't taking myself. So it was just serendipitous. Maybe the best part of the pandemic was Kathy's pivot to personal instruction, because previously we had met through my company and through my graduate program. But the chance to work with her and just sign myself up was perfect to happen during the pandemic. So that transition was definitely something that took a lot of thinking and some real conscientious decision making, because to be honest, I loved what I was doing. I loved my job. I loved the people that I was working with. And so if nothing else, I'm an example of someone who loved where I was and loved where I am now. And so for that, I'm very grateful. But part of why I think that I was able to make that transition was I, through the program, have the tools to be able to do that. So I actually made the one-page business plan for negotiating the new job. So that was the first one. And then I quickly realized, just given my personality naturally, I really wanted to make sure that I left the previous role in good shape and that I was able to help my successor. More than help, I wanted to lay out the red carpet because, again, I had a great experience there and I was about to do something really wild and change careers. So I made another one-page business plan to be able to help how myself properly transition the previous role. At any company, when you spend that much time there, there is some history and some knowledge that maybe isn't fully documented. And so, also being an engineer and pretty analytical, I wanted to make sure I got that down on paper, and to have a process to go through and do that in an effective way was really key for me. So what I do now, I actually work at a consulting company, Ankara Consulting, and I work as a senior director, which basically means that I get to help other companies be compliant to U.S. trade laws and now cybersecurity. So another thing about the Fearless program is learning how to jump and expand your knowledge. I never thought I would be in the cybersecurity space. I have a materials engineering background and a business degree. But it just so happens that the company that I joined has a big interest in being able to help other companies be compliant as the government regulations are being written as we speak. So this is not a well-established field like what I was used to in aerospace engineering. This is blank sheet of paper. The government is asking for feedback and asking for help in creating the regulations to make sure that we can protect our national security. And I'm now a part of that, and I'm now able to help drive drive those things, and also help other companies be compliant and do the right thing in this transition period. This uncertain time. So for me, the Fearless Leader program has absolutely helped through those three major transitions. I have a personal life transition, which during the process, I also became a mom of twins, which has been an amazing ride. But to be honest, it was a high risk pregnancy. So just having the tools and the self-affirmation and the understanding that I'm going to get through this and I'm going to end up with two beautiful babies in my arms at the end, was a really big transition for me. And all of those things I just described were all happening basically at the same time. So I feel lucky in the sense that, I was able to invest in this program for myself. I was lucky that Kathy was able to offer this. And I just want to add one more thing. Part of being in one company for that long, which, by the way, that was how it used to be, right? And it's just not anymore. And I'm sort of like a stranger in my generation for doing that. I ended up with people around me, friends and colleagues, who they were all engineers. You know, my sister would spend time with me and my friends and say it was like watching an episode of Big Bang Theory. I mean, we weren't that bad as Sheldon, but we were pretty dorky, right? And part of this program, and I even said this to Kathy when I was when I was expressing interest, was I want to meet other leaders who are not like me. I want to meet other leaders who think differently. You know, one of the best connections I made through my cohort was a man, James, who owns a home healthcare company, something I knew nothing about. I now know a little bit about it. But the struggles that he was having and the successes that he was having, I could absolutely align with and help him through things just like he helped me. So just wanted to mention that I really enjoyed the option of the program because it was such a diverse group of people that I was able to really learn what and get what I wanted out of the experience.